It's difficult for me to be bullish on America. In Chicago, you figure that people would be fed up with the reign of Lori Lightfoot and the crime that descended on the city and the uncertainty, the looting. But the moderate Democrat lost to a person that's even further left than Lori Lightfoot, somebody that actively defended the looting that went on as a form of reparations or racism. The idea that in Wisconsin, a leftist judge won a Supreme Court seat. People apparently have not sunk to the bottom enough to realize that everything that the Soros-funded DAs are bringing are not going in the right direction for your children, society in general, and have voted in more of it. Why? These people have become moralists and have been hypnotized into believing that the only possible good is to vote for Democrats because Republicans are evil. Whether or not this has to do with Roe versus Wade being overturned, where it's not even abortion that's being made illegal, just the right to decide that being returned to the state from the federal government. And the Democrats, of course, are weaponizing this and convincing Gen Z that to vote for Republican means that you're voting against rights. But the point is that Gen Z has become brainwashed by 20 years of education where they have been taught to hate their country, where they have been questioning whether or not gender is assigned at birth or whether it's merely observed, and they're convincing you that it's been assigned and that you can go ahead and overturn the biological nature of being. The point is that even if America was divided, as we were in the 1960s, where people were calling for deaths of soldiers returning from Vietnam, telling them that they were terrible because they were enforcers of the state, or whatever hippy-dippy movement that I wasn't alive for, that was going on, that had America divided, that these people quickly came into the fold and went towards making their lives better by producing good products. And I argue with a very smart, very successful friend of mine who lives in Las Vegas. I tell him that the problem that he doesn't see is what is coming into the pipeline are brainwashed leftists that will just believe that they have the only correct answer to the problems that are afflicting society, and the only way to do it is to vote for far left and overturn the machine that has created such wealth, freedom, and prosperity for America. And when local politicians tell police that they have to stand down and people have to fare for themselves, and when you protect yourself, you are the one who the DA hauls in front of court and makes their life miserable and tries to pin the maximum sentence to, while violent felons are let back out onto the street. A prime example of this is in Alvin Bragg's New York, the same guy that brought the Trump indictment. Just last week, there was a security officer who saw somebody peeking into cars, confronted the guy. The perpetrator pulled out a gun, shot the security guard. The security guard managed to wrestle the gun from the perp, shot him, and the security guard, for defending himself with a gun that wasn't even his own, woke up chained to a hospital bed. And the only way that the charges were dropped is because of public outcry, because these DAs are so corrupt. But the point is that people vote for this, and they vote for the DAs because they've been afflicted with this mind virus, and that is soundly imputed into the Gen Z generation that is coming up. So please, God, give me a reason to be bullish on America. Tell me why I don't think that it's going to get worse and worse and worse as the people that are now 15 start voting, that have been hoodwinked by evildoers that proclaim that capitalism, that America is the enemy, when in fact it is the reason that the world is prospering and has been freed from the shackles of communism, that has been freed from slavery, which the U.S. fought against to the cost of 600,000 lives. Please, somebody give me a reason to be bullish on America. I want to be. I've never been bearish on America in my life, but I am now. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Peace.